r/ask Reddit. What is your comfort show you rewatch when you're sad or sick? Planet Earth. The blue planet is very soothing with the ocean views and sounds. Maybe Jake Cousteau had an early effect on my psyche. Any underwater footage is very soothing for me. Adventure Time. Calming and happy. Come along with me. Butterfly. So good, although the Simon episodes are heartbreakers. Community. I miss the Greendale 7. How about Pierce Hawthorne and the Greendale 6? Pierce. How about Greendale 5? I wonder if the show was only cancelled by our timeline, since we all now know it's the darkest one. Star Trek TNG, or DS9. I've heard TNG describes as competence porn. Like how actual professionals actually behave instead of almost every other show. Regular show. Never disappoints and always gives me a nice good laugh. Thank you everyone for the rewards. I really appreciate them. It makes me happy to see regular show still has some loyal fans like you all. Also, doing my best to reply to you and like your comments. It's a jolly good show. Don't look at our crotches while we synchronize our watches. You know who else loves regular show? My mom woo-woo. Arrested Development reminds me of my family when I'm away from them. That's not a family. That's a bunch of people who have our nose. And Aunt Lindsay. She's not my real aunt. Whose line is it anyway? This. Ryan and Colin's comedy chemistry just makes me feel warm whenever one of them breaks character by laughing. I have a collection of Ryan and Colin doing the noir skits. Best thing to fall asleep to when you're having a panic attack at 3 in the morning. Any Simpsons episode from seasons 3-9. Edit. First and foremost, thank you for the awards. Secondly, it seems everyone has a lot of opinions about this spectacular show and what seasons are to be watched. IMHO. Those seasons, to me, are the ones that I will still watch to this day, and almost 30 years later I will still laugh until my sides hurt. Season 2, as many of you have pointed out, has some great episodes, but those are more feel-good moments with humor thrown in. Seasons 3-9 are what I watch if I am depressed and need to laugh. As for the person that said all of those seasons suck, I quote Homer after Moe says he feels Homer is taking unfair advantage of his generous offer of free peanuts. Shut up. I watched The Simpsons nearly every night on TV throughout my childhood. Loved that show. Definitely among my favorites of all time, and I still reference it constantly despite not having watched an episode in over a decade. But there were the reruns between King of the Hill, Malcolm in the Middle and other shows that I'd watch every night, and we'd watch the new episodes as a family. I can't wait until my daughter is old enough to watch it because I haven't watched The Simpsons since then and I want to do a rewatch of the whole show with her. I'll understand a whole lot more of the jokes now as an adult. When I was on maternity leave, they did a run of every Simpsons ever. It was on all the hours we were up with the baby, which felt like 24/7 those first couple of weeks. There was no point in keeping any kind of time anyways. 6 AM. Simpsons. Noon. Simpsons. Midnight. Simpsons. Malcolm in the Middle. Dewey is my all-time favorite character ever. The future is now. Old man. Bob's Burgers. It's like a safe warm hug. Queen Latifah. Give Emmy strength. This is Emmy now. Scrubs. Listen, Nancy, I really didn't have time to scroll this far for the right answer. So if you could just zip it and upvote, well that'd just be terrific. You see Barbie, nothing really ever changes. The artist formerly known as Prince is still just Prince. My ex-wife is pretty much my wife. Grey's Anatomy still ends every episode with some cheesy monologue that ties up all of the storylines, which is incidentally my least favorite device on television. Newbie will continuously try to violate my no touching policy. Glances around up. And Republicans will forever try to raise. Gravity Falls. It never fails to make me feel better, especially when I notice something I didn't see before. I love Gravity Falls. Also check out The Owl House. The IT Crowd. I'm disabled. When Jen meets disabled Roy backstage and then turns around to the bar to find Moss serving her is one of the first times I genuinely came close to tears from laughing at a show. That whole episode from beginning to end is a contender for funniest sitcom episode ever made, and that is a hill I will gladly die on. What We Do in the Shadows for sure. Bat. Creepy paper. For me, it's either Avatar: The Last Airbender or Parks and Recreation. Uncle Ira always makes me feel better. Like a nice cup of tea. Red Heart. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. If I found myself getting sick, I would simply say sickness be gone. Would you like an egg in this trying time? Archer. Archer is actually another show I've rewatched when I was sick. Something about it is the right vibe for me when I'm in that bleh mood. One of the scenes I've laughed at the hardest of any show or anything ever was when Pam came back from Jamaica with her hair in Jamaica colored stuff. The team was using objects to represent themselves when planning the mission, and they used a Jamaican flag colored hacky sack to represent Pam. I died. Blob Molly. 99. Every now and then, for no reason, I'll sign my text sincerely, Raymond Holt. 99. Flight of the Conchords. So comforting. Hey there Brett, I see you're looking down. Don't want to see my little buddy down with a frown. Just because I get more women than you. Well, that's only because they don't know you like I do. Trailer Park Boys. It's so stupidly funny. Edit. I'm loving the responses. Saving this post when I need a quick pick me up. That's the way she goes. Sometimes she goes. Sometimes it doesn't. She didn't go. That's the way she goes. One man's garbage is another person's good and garbage. Getting two birds stoned at once. The Good Place. Jason figured it out. Jason, this is a real low point. Yep, this one hurts. Every time I have a problem, I throw a Molotov cocktail at it, and boom, I have a different problem. Buffy the Vampire Slayer or The X-Files. It took too long for me to see The X-Files. Literally just started rewatching it a couple days ago. For the 10th time or so. LOL. Psych. You know that's right. Wait for it. Bob Ross. Great British Bake Off. Ultimate comfort show. Especially the Mel, Sue, and Mary Berry seasons. In-Betweeners. My husband and I have watched all 3 seasons and both stupid movies over and over and over again. It has yet to get old. Neil's face when he punches the fish, I die every time. Our football friend. 30 Rock. It never fails to get a laugh out of me. Good God, Lemon. It's like hanging out with old friends. Especially love the Dennis Duffy episodes. Technology is cyclical. Liz, while other women have bigger boobs than you, no other woman has as big a heart. The Office. How in the world did I have to scroll so far to find this comment? Are people losing their minds? Frasier. Can't get enough of Niles' silly quibbles all the time. I asked for a wisp of cinnamon and they gave me a full-throated shout. There is no show that is more relaxing and calming than Frasier. I just hope that the reboot has the same effect. Schitt's Creek makes me happy. Brooklyn 99. No one's gonna say Antiques Roadshow. 8. It'll just be me then. Veneer. Sorry, I came to this thread to say Frasier and then I saw this. Stargate SG-1. Indeed. Gilmore Girls or Parks and Rec? Gilmore Girls. Absolutely. It's the warm blanket of TV shows, at least to a certain segment of the population. Surprised I had to scroll this far to find it because it is absolutely my go-to when life sucks too much. The Office and Forensic Files. New Girl. Usually, if I'm feeling bad, I watch Brendan Fraser movies, especially The Mummy and Journey to the Center of the Earth. There are a lot and they are mainly cartoons. Futurama, The Simpsons, SpongeBob SquarePants, Rick and Morty, South Park, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Open bracket. 1969. Sometimes anime. I think with live action stuff for me is normally one-time watch only. Doctor Who, there's just so much to watch so I never run out. House. Top Gear. The Nanny. It always makes me laugh. I remember staying up late to watch it on Nick at Night when I was a kid. Niles and Yeto are my favorites. BoJack Horseman. I often need reality snaps in the form of comedy. Modern Family. IT Crowd. How I Met Your Mother. The show teaches us some harsh realities of life which are useful, and well, there's Barney, so that as well. Seinfeld. That 70s show and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Friends. My name is Earl. Whose line is it anyway? Call me hand gesture. Bob's Burgers. South Park or BoJack Horseman. Any David Attenborough documentary. Pinky and the Brain. Those two crack me up. Red Dwarf. West Wing. I think the real fantasy of it is having a stressful job where all of your co-workers are competent and deeply care about each other. Monty Python's Flying Circus. I like Mr. Bean. The Sopranos. Chopped or Cutthroat's Kitchen. Broad City Red Heart Card Suit. Makes me cackle every episode every time. Fruits Basket. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.